Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah,
Morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
good morning. So we'll start today's session. Now, before that, remember I told you that I will be telling you about the templates. So as per Cambridge, you will not be getting access to templates. I've already shared the templates with PESDA. PESDA will be sharing those templates with you. Okay, so you can work on those templates. You can start downloading it. Keep a master copy. Do not use the same. So make a copy and you can start working with those templates after today's session. Okay. Now remember, once we enter into your CIA Direct, okay, within 3 months you have to submit. So there is a target date for your submission also. So mostly we are planning to enter you that as per your work completion in the month of January, because submission is in March and May. It's not like the previous one. So if you are like submitting in May, because we would avoid submitting in May, the reason is you will forget everything. What is being dealt, what was told, everything you will forget. So, and moreover, you won't have classes in April. So you will find it very difficult to rework on your assignments. So preferably all of you submit in March, and March will be the deadline. That is, our course finishes in January. So kindly complete by Jan end. So February you can take for correction. March we will do the upload. So Jan we will do the entries in the CIE Direct so that you can enter by March. Okay. You will have to upload by March because beyond March, Cambridge will not give you time. Okay. That is how the system is set this year. So your entries, whatever you have done, will directly get uploaded into the CIE Direct, which will be taken as submission for your evaluation by Cambridge. Okay. So templates I've already shared, exemplars I've already shared. If you look at the first sheet, there is one template. Just a minute. Eligibility, context, and evidence of learning and reflection. This template, please be careful because this consists of all your evidence of learning and reflection. This is your introduction part, then your professional background as teacher. This will be shared with you. What is your current role, responsibilities? Write about your school details, your learners, the learners whom you're going to do this units practice. Okay, not all your learners. The section that you're going to take for this particular course only, you should be talking about them. After this comes your evidence of learning. Okay, what is the word count? Then you can list your references here. Your references must be listed here, not inside the box. Okay. Inside the box, only in-text referencing will come. Evidence of reflection. Remember, I've given you how exactly it has to be done in the exemplar. Again, references. Unit 2, learning, reflection. Unit 3, evidence of learning, evidence of reflection. So what is the word count also they have given here? Okay. So you can automatically, you type it, it will give you the word count. Okay. See. So it should be giving me the word count. It is not giving. So you will have to count and then put it. Anyway, try it out. Once it is done, you will see you can get, but do not disturb the font of the template. Do not pull the boxes. As you type, the box will get extended. Do not touch the font or the settings of this template. Clear, all of you? Do not disturb anything of the template. And question and answer wise, you will be writing your evidence of learning and reflection. Okay. So have a master copy with you, copy and then work on your templates. Okay. So already I've shared. So you will be getting it after today's session. I'll tell you how to go about it. So evidence of learning, you can start writing. You can plan for your observation visit, complete your unit 1 observation form and submit. Okay. So after today's session, clear? So after today, your unit 1 is complete. Now I should restart receiving unit 1 submissions completely. Don't send me in bits and pieces. Okay. Please send everything together as one folder. Okay. And the first, the document that I showed, each module each unit that we complete, it should be updated in the same document. Okay. Your evidence of learning and reflection and references must be updated in the same document. Okay. And number of references is, remember, it should be 100 words, one reference, minimum. 100 words, one reference. Okay. So for 800 words, do not go more than 10 references. Do not go more than 10 references. Okay. 400, maximum of 5 references is fine. Okay. But 4 to 5 references will do. Don't overdo it, because then it will only be referencing. There will be nothing of your content left. Okay. Am I clear on that part? Anyone has any questions here? Okay.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Ma'am, first we have to send you our master copy and then paste it in the document that you are sending.
No, I have already shared the copies with you. You don't share me the master copy.
Okay.
Okay. You will download the templates, keep the original templates with you, and then work on, take a copy of that and work on it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So any questions till last class? Last class, we completed the evidence of learning part of it, what you have to do, how you have to go about doing. And I gave you a work of looking into your peers class without your mentor, just a sample class. So I hope that all of you have done it. So any questions that you have? Any questions? Okay. So I'm hoping that no questions. Okay. Now you have watched the class, isn't it? So can you just tell me what is your reflection? Now that you have understood what reflection means, how does reflection make sense of your class, of the observed class? What will you do during reflection? How will you reflect during class and after the class? So you were observing, isn't it? So when you were observing, what did you make sense of that? And how did you reflect during the class, after the class? Okay. What were you actually doing during reflection? What were you thinking about it? I asked you to make notes also. Have you? Yeah. So yes, take 2 minutes time and please. You can start.
Yeah, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes, Rupa.
Yeah, ma'am. And, so as you have, it's been told by you that we should observe the class, PS class. So I just observed one of my PS class, and she's a maths teacher. So I
Mm.
observed entire 40 minutes class, ma'am,
Mm.
and uh, and I have made the notes also based on that. So
Yes.
Shall I start?
Now you be brief on what were you thinking. We'll go into details of her class as we proceed the session. What were you thinking? Let us start with that.
Okay, what I thought about her.
What were you thinking?
Okay, right. So I think after observing her class, whatever the activities that she has conducted in her class, ma'am, I just found that she has used constructive learning theory, and she also applying the elements of the experiential learning theory. That is the Kolb's experiential learning cycle 1984, which he has given. So I observed this thing, and I just observed uh, that okay, instead of just okay telling the rule, she just allows the students to just actively participate by just coming to the board, and she just asks them to just identify the angles. Right now, so students actually construct their own understanding by just analyzing the okay diagrams which she has drawn on the board, and they were just making the okay connections, right, ma'am, between the several concepts, right, ma'am. So
Okay.
in so she
So
used
that was no, Rupa, the question is not what they were doing. My
yes,
question is what you're telling, narrating me what happened in the class. My
yes,
question
ma'am.
is what were you thinking when you were observing these things happening in the class?
Okay,
What
I
were you thinking?
okay. Okay, so actually, I thought that uh, whatever the learning theories that she has used in the class, all these features made her okay maths class very much effective, right, ma'am? Because she just encouraged the active engagement of the students, collaboration, and the conceptual understanding, and
Very
students were
good. Mm.
right now, I felt that the students were very much motivated to learn, and
Mm.
they actually could visualize abstract ideas clearly, and they
Mm.
and they
Mm.
they just develop the confidence through the active participation
Mm.
and discovery rather than just okay listening to the concepts.
Very good. Very good.
My
Very
reflection
good.
in our class.
Okay. Right. Others?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Soumya.
Ma'am, I observed one of my colleagues' physics class teaching grade 9. It's about
Mm.
gravity. She was teaching about gravity on moon and comparing it with something on earth. And the
Mm.
class was very engaging. She was giving real life examples. She
Mm.
made herself as one object. She was placing herself on a building, on moon, on earth. She was
Mm.
making herself fall from things, and it was very engaging, interactive. And students
Mm.
started thinking beyond the box. Why it's gravity like this on here? Why it is gravity like that there? And I was constantly observing student responses,
Mm.
just to observe their understanding. There were
Mm.
few students who were not able to connect to the numericals,
Very
and
good.
she made
Okay.
like she was able to focus on them. She understood that they were not able to do it, so
Mm.
she taught them in a different way that is very much understandable to them. She was splitting the problem into bits and parts. She was explaining them, first you
See,
solve.
again, you are going on narrative mode, Soumya. I'm asking you, what were you thinking when this was happening?
I reflected how students were effectively able to understand that her
Mm.
methodology was not so usual in most of the science classes.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
uh, the strategies worked very well in her class, particularly the demonstrations, the questioning, and
Mm.
how students were able to identify their own
Why did
areas.
it work well? Why did it work well?
It was very engaging and it was very close to real life scenarios. She gave multiple examples that are very much close to real life scenarios.
Very good. Okay.
And and I feel it worked very well because I was also able to correlate to many things that she was giving.
Very
And the
good.
responses made me feel that, most of the class went out with a smile on their face that, yeah, I was able to understand something.
Good. That emotional part is also.
Yeah.
Now remember, whenever you're reflecting, the emotion part is very, very important. That's good. That's good. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Others?
Yes,
Hi,
ma'am. May I?
ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, either Mega or Yamini, whoever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. So, I observed a class of a science teacher who was taking the topic about forces.
Mm.
So, when she started the topic, actually, the class which I observed was more of a student centric than teacher centric, because teacher was just clearing the concepts, and the examples of the different types of forces were given by the students. For example, the applied forces, then tension force, all the examples of different types of forces were being given by the students, which I observed that the class was more engaging rather than teacher centric. So students were coming up with examples, and one example I liked the most was the tug of war, the tension force, which two boys, two girls, they took the dupatta of the teacher, and they just showed this as an example. So what I observed is the class was more engaging. The students were clear about the examples of the different types of forces. So
Very good.
the teacher took the initiative to just explain the concept, but the examples were given by the students in the class, which
Okay.
made it more
Yeah.
engaging.
Good. Yeah. Yes, Yamini.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. So, my observation actually, I was not able to do this week, but I finished the observation last week when you said for the first time itself. So, I'm going to take that as a reference and I'm going to talk about. So, it was grade 2 English I went to. The topic was
Mm.
about skimming and scanning. So, the mentor prepared the initial 5 minutes, everything was organized properly. But
Mm.
once the topic started, what happened was uh, when her ideology got the attention of HOTS, 5 or 6 people who immediately catch the concept, they're able to catch the concept. Then slowly, the the methodology that she used is very simple, but it is not going with the children, the rest of the children. So
Mm.
I can see frustration building up in her, and she immediately tried to change the strategy of explaining the concept. But again, when she changed the strategy, she again went with the same methodology, different example.
Okay.
So she changed this in at least 2 to 3 times. Okay. By the
Mm.
time the period is over, she was not able to complete her target. So I can
Mm.
see amount of frustration, I can see an amount of dissatisfaction, and I can see the children losing interest also after a certain point of time. Then I
Mm.
realized that how she implemented was a single strategy for the whole class. When your class
Mm.
is a mix of different uh, differentiated children. So
Mm.
the learning capacity of children is very different. So, but when you apply only one strategy, that did not go to the other learners who needs a different approach of either it can be where I found different strategies how it can be helped. I gave her the same feedback, telling her, "Ma'am, your class was effective, but it would have been more effective if you had tried a different strategy of showing them a video, or asking them to find a book and giving them a task where they can find something relatably, uh, uh, considering the topic skimming and scanning, some new book which can guide them." Then she took the feedback positively, and she told me the next class was very effective also. This was what happened.
Okay. Right. But Yamini, remember this you have observed. I think she's a fresh teacher that you have observed.
Yes, after a break she's coming back, ma'am. Yes.
But when you are going for this unit, go to an experienced teacher's class, not to a fresh teacher's class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
I'll
That
definitely
that you
keep.
have to note it. Okay. Because it is for your learning.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to go to an experienced teacher's class. Yeah. Yes. Others?
Can
Yamini,
I share?
Megha. Yeah. Yes.
I'm Sarah here.
Yes, Sarah.
Uh, Ma'am, I went to a class, but I really like, if I have to write this for my assignment, I want to write this. Tell me if it's right or wrong. When I was going for my own demo for a school, there was this teacher who was very experienced. We both were waiting in a waiting lounge, and then I asked her for help, like, how would have done it if you were in my place? And I gave her a topic that I was about to give. She was an experience of like 10 to 12 years in the same field that I was doing. So how she said that she would have done it, I did it in the same way. But when she was explaining it to me, I felt that as if I was in her class. So she
Mm-hmm.
said that the topic was about constitution and panchayat.
Mm-hmm.
So she made a role play of all that, like without even saying any words about panchayat or anything. It was a proper role play. How the panchayat sit, everyone is sitting in that place, and then she didn't say panchayat, she made it into a group discussion. She changed all the names and she did everything what is there in the book. And then in the end, when everybody, understood the concept from annual day, sports day, and different group discussions, and then for constitution, writing of the constitution, she related it to uh, when we are going for a sports day, how will you do it? We have certain heads of the people, and then we'll do it. Then later on, when everything explaining and the understanding was done, and children were so happy with, like, this is not like an actual class, it was like a fun class. Then later on, she brought all those topics into the real scenario. Like, this is called Samiti Panchayat, this is how the constitution was made. And then children like understood the entire chapter, but in a completely different way.
Okay. So you visited the class or you asked her how exactly it happened?
I asked her how exactly it happened.
Okay. Okay. So you were not able to go to a class?
No, I was not.
You will have to do that. Okay. There are target dates, Sarah. The reason why I'm asking you is because once you see now for you to generate or no connect with the theory, now when you do a sample, it becomes easy. So when you go for the actual
I did went for
assignment,
the actual. I did went for an actual class also. I went for a language class. In that, what I really like and what I could reflect in that was the teacher. The first thing if the children were getting distracted, one or two people are always distracted in the class. What I really like in that class was, if anybody was distracted, the language teacher, she was taking the names of the students in whatever she was explaining. Like, it was a French class, so whatever she was doing, she was taking that name, so that the child was attentive, and then he was
okay.
not going here and there, he was into the topic.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, others?
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes,
Sorry for
Rohini.
late, ma'am. Actually, today it was.
No issues.
Uh,
Yeah.
Ma'am, I went to two experienced teachers class. One teacher is pre-primary teacher, and
Okay.
one teacher is second class.
Sure.
Okay, ma'am. When the day I went for pre-primary, they were celebrating vegetable team fancy dress competition. So I went to after I also together for a while celebrated with them, and it was very nice making them to wear all the costumes of vegetables, and they were making students to speak the vegetable which they were in. They was
Uh,
Students spoke few lines on vegetables, what they were wearing, the costume which they were wearing. PP2 children. I
mm,
went to PP2 class for observation. So what their class looks like is that madam arranged whole class in like the benches arrangement, seating arrangement is not like a rectangular shape, like how all the classes used
Rows
to be.
and columns, huh?
Yes, it is around the room, like how a conference hall you will be like U shaped.
Mm,
So
mm,
all
mm,
the benches were arranged in U shape. So I asked madam, you are arranging this U shape. Do you arrange it for this particular class, or are you arranging it for your whole classes every day?
mm,
So she said, daily I am arranging like this only. Then I asked her, then, ma'am, then blackboard will be not in line of sight. So they will be pointing sideways, right, ma'am, sideways. So
mm.
then do you think it is troublesome for some students who are sitting in sideways to view the blackboard like this, looking uh, to the corner like that, so that their eyes also will strain and their neck, turning the neck for long time. Then she said like, no madam, actually I will use blackboard for whenever I was explaining, I will ask students to stand up and make a line, and when I am explaining on the board, she will make students to read out that blend words and two letter words on board which she was writing, and she will make students to read out that words with actions, doing action, standing up in the places, so they are not sitting in the places. When they are writing work, they are sitting in their places and they are writing and doing activities, so that every student is can be viewed clearly. So every
Rohini,
student
I'm
is
stopping you because the question is you visited one class.
assignment.
How does the reflection make sense of your class? What will you do? What you are doing during reflection? How are you reflecting during the class and after the class? That is the question.
Yes, ma'am. And from
So,
this,
no,
I
that nitty-gritties of the class we will not go into what actually happened. Narration we do not. What is your viewpoint of the class? Please tell. Let's focus on
yes.
that.
So I understood that. That's what I'm about to say, ma'am. Actually, I understood that students, everyone are we can able to concentrate on every student, so that the naughty students, they will also feel like, okay, teacher's attention is towards us, so we should not make noise. Why? Because in
No,
second
that
class
is
there
what you're
are
saying. You're writing your observation, Rohini. Again, my question
yes.
is, what is your reflection? You're telling your observation. I'm asking you, what is your reflection?
Yes, ma'am. I thought I could also should make sometimes like that arrangement, so that naughty students will be minimizing their
Okay.
naughtiness, and so that they
Hmm.
will concentrate. They will have a view like teacher is having. Teacher can see us straight. We are visible to teacher, so that we
Okay.
cannot make noise. In such a sense, they will be. So I thought like that, ma'am. I should also implement that which I am lacking in my class.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I thought that one, ma'am, from that
Very
class.
good. Okay. Okay. So behavior wise, you would like,
And
right? Mm.
assignments also, ma'am. Assignments also, that ma'am is giving like practical and activity oriented assignments
Hmm.
for the students, so that students are not feeling bored to do homeworks to their home, towards their homework. So I also want to include that, like I want to include that assignment which to make it practical. I
Hmm.
want to
Hmm.
make that in a practical way, so that student will enjoy doing that assignment and they will complete their homework. Why? Because some students, they are not doing their homeworks, and they are uh, they are always making excuses. Why? Because they are feeling bored to do it, maybe. So I thought, maybe if I implement this method, I want to try that method also, ma'am, by seeing that.
Hmm.
So these two are the things I observed, and I what is there lacking in me, I reflected. That's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, sir. Mrinalini and Anandita.
May I go? May
Yes,
I say?
Anandita.
Yes, ma'am. I actually observed grade 5 class of English this particular week, and there were certain points which I observed during the time I was in the class. First of all, the teacher, the way she created a very warm and friendly environment, because the class was on story writing narrative that she was teaching. And when from the time she entered the class, I believe I entered with her. So there were groups of students sitting in groups and gossiping together. So instead of pointing out them that they should come and make a straight line and sit and maintain proper decorum, so she simply started the class by saying, "What movie or what book have you read during the weekend?" She started with that. So that's instantly created because they were grade 5 people and they have lots to say. So they instantly created a very warm environment and many of them were raising their hands and talking about which movie that they have seen or which particular book that they have might have read. Taking from
Mm,
there, after that, like, instead of going directly into the topic that today we are going to do narrative writing, she took out a particular text, a story, a short story, and she asked for volunteers in the class of who will read them. And many of the students volunteered to read it. And when they were reading it, she would stop or make them pause at certain places, and she would ask them, like, "What do you mean by the word courageous? And what do you mean by the word hesitant?" And if they were not able to answer properly, instead of just simply stating the answer to them, I really liked the way she did it. Instead of doing that, she would take out a real life example of some sort. And she would say, in this scenario, what is the person doing? Then, if this person is showing this bravery, then what can we call it? And the answer would come from them voluntarily that, okay, this is called courageousness.
mm,
So
mm,
that
mm,
is one thing that I really liked. The way she was, instead of stating directly, she was leading them towards the answer, as we generally
mm,
tend to do in Cambridge classrooms. And I saw that most of the students were very actively engaged, and some of the students who tried to disrupt the class in some manner, instead of scolding them or getting angry on them, she would simply very calmly she would say, "Okay, let us concentrate on this again." And two students during the class asked her to repeat what she had said when she started teaching, when she went into the main topic of narrative. And she, instead of stating the same thing again, she redirected it into real life examples where she taught them how to start the introduction or how to like go into the middle of the story. So that is something that I really liked. And after the lesson was done, ma'am, I think the way it was my reflection after that would be the beginning of the way she started the lesson, the way she handled the discipline of the class, and the way she engaged all the learners, all different group of learners, is something that would be my takeaway into my lesson plans and my lessons in the future.
mm. Very good. Very good. Yes, Anandita. That was good. Right. Mrinalini.
Um, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah. You're not well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Then leave it. Only like you can put it as chat. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So we'll just continue. This is the LOs that we are going to look at today. KQ1 is, what do you think are the key features of an effective lesson? Why does a teacher need the support of a mentor to reflect and learn from experiences? Why should teachers continually reflect on own and other teachers' classroom practice? Okay, what impact do you think your new learning from Unit 1 will have on your future classroom practices? Now, these are the questions you're going to write for your evidence of reflection after observing a experienced teacher's class. Now, I think, yeah. Now, just look at this passage, read it, and write your responses in the chat box or oral you can do. Imagine you are the teacher. Okay, that's why I've given the simplest of the topic. Okay, imagine you are the teacher and this is what happened in your class. What will be your reflection in class and what will be your reflection after the class or after the formative test that you have given? Okay, that you will have to think. Okay. Soumya, think you are the teacher. Think you are the teacher.
Yeah, I'll rephrase it.
So now you think on what is that is happening in class when you reflect? What is happening after class when you reflect? If this is the incident. Okay. See, your reflection is not an observation, Rupa. Rupa, that is an observation.
Can I talk?
Yeah, you can. How do you know that, Rohini, that they were not concentrating? How do you know that they were not concentrating?
Why? Because, ma'am, if they are not concentrating only, they cannot understand what exactly teacher is able to teach, and they get
Rohini,
confused.
Rohini, how do you measure concentration? Last time we talked about, remember,
Yes,
validity, reliability, fairness.
yes, ma'am. Why? Because
So,
when we are explaining, some of the students, though, no, like there will be students like slow learners, naughty students in the class as well. So, alert students always they will be alert. They will be alert when the teacher is teaching something. But coming to the naughty students, they were not like that, ma'am. They will
Rohini, you're
always
branding students. Don't do that. Don't
yes,
do that. You're
but
branding. You should not do that. See, there
okay.
is nothing like alert students or naughty students or no students. It depends on the content. It depends
Yes,
on the
yes, ma'am.
mode of our
Some of
delivery.
some of the students
Ah,
may not be interested in the concept which I am teaching. Why? Because some
mm,
students they will get bored when the teaching is there, or they get diverted themselves playing with their pencil
mm.
boxes or like that. So when teaching second time also, when they are not able to understand, then I will see why they are not able to understand, and I will call them up and I will ask them first why you are not able to understand this, where you are losing. Then if they will come up with the thing, right ma'am, so that I can understand. So where I should, how I should teach them again to make them to
Mm.
understand the concept thoroughly. So again I will change the method of teaching, and in simple way, I will make more simple to make them understand, and more enthusiastic, like play type I will make, so that they will remember this time. So I was
Very true.
thinking.
Very true. Yes, Yamini. Before Yamini, this was very good. Sarah's, no? See, this now these are some. Remember, you should not be bifurcating your students. Okay, you have to do your analysis. Remember, this course is you have different types of learners. They will have come from different backgrounds. Their levels are different. It's accepted. So, what are you as a teacher going to do? That is what is to be reflection. That is why Rohini never write about no, my students, no, smart students will concentrate. Don't talk about that at all. Okay. Few students were not able to answer because, see, this one, Sarah's was very good. Maybe they couldn't see the roots. Or maybe as you were standing in front of the class, I did not move around to the class to show the plant and talk about the structure. Or you can also say, I could have asked students to bring and make it as a group work so that individually they touch and feel, they would have understood better. You got it? That is the way you have to reflect. Okay. So I will change my in a different approach. Soumya, you will have to write what approach you're going to try next. Okay.
Ma'am, I
Rupa,
just
yes, in the
mentioned it.
real sense, you have not used a plant. So you bring a plant and show them, that's a good one, right?
So, ma'am,
Visual
I have
aids.
written. So, ma'am, I have written the approach. So, if I do that much, would be enough.
It's not about that much would be enough. It depends on what is the work in the class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but the class is not there, but the assignment. I
See,
thought
and
this.
don't write everything is a failure. Huh? It will not be. Certain things will work out, certain things that doesn't work out, what you should change. Okay. Not now. Now for unit one, we will tell you, but this is your reflection if you're as a teacher. Yes, Yamini.
Ma'am, first thing will be my question will be why are they not understanding? Where exactly is that is where I'll reflect on. Second,
Hmm.
is there any misconception happened when I'm telling because they're confusing between roots, leaves, and stem, which is very basic, like
Hmm. Hmm.
shown in the picture or diagram. Still, they're getting confused. So, is there any misconception happened here in my teaching and their understanding, like the gaps of understanding? Then I will change the methodology, like how ma'am, Sarah ma'am or Rupa ma'am had said, showing a realistic example. Either I can take them to a garden, walk to the garden, pick out some weeds and show them what it is, simple example of live plants. And the last one is during the assessment is where they're not able to perform as you suggested last time in the class, and this is the problem that I faced. I will first work on the learning objective structure, teaching structure, the questioning pattern which happens in the class, and the questioning pattern of the paper. So this
Very
is
true.
what.
That is also a valid point. See, without knowing the learning objective or without clearly understanding the learning objective, going into the class with explanation to students may create a gap which also creates that learning gap. Okay, that is also a valid point. Yes, good. Some reflections are really good. Nature and functions, okay. More repetition, visual aids, simpler practice before assessment. That's a good one. Right. Good. Okay. I learned to break concepts into smaller steps, reinforce learning through speaking, drawing, and more hands on activities. before testing. So that reinforcement part is very essential when you are teaching. Clear? Now, I think now we have got an idea on how to reflect your peers class. A basic idea. As we go on, you will understand more about how to go about reflecting. Now, the question is you can pick up sides, but don't favor only one, okay? Becoming a reflective teacher is all about. Now, what we have done for the case analysis is we have reflected based on Scon's theory. Okay, so remember, I have just integrated the case analysis so that you will have the reflection based on scones in class reflection and on reflection after your class reflection. Okay, so becoming a reflective teacher is all about the following the Kolb's process and challenging self every time. That is one. Or becoming a reflective teacher is all about listening to the mentor and following their guidance. So these are the two parts. So please pick your sides, otherwise I will allot. Please pick your sides.
I'll go with challenging self every time.
Okay. Just put your name in the chat box now.
Yeah, ma'am. I'll also go with that only. Challenging self every
Please
time.
put your name in the chat box. Who is taking what? The remaining will take. Soumya challenging, okay. Self every time. Okay, Rupa also challenging self every time, right? Yamini says she'll go with mentor and their guidance, fine. Okay. Mega challenging what? Okay, challenging self every time. So 3 members are already into that. So Yamini will go with mentor, Anandita mentor, Sara mentor, right? Fine. Now I'm not going to ask Mrinalini. Today I know her condition is not good. So Rohini, you have to pick up side. Which side are you going to pick up? Rohini, we are waiting for you. Pick a side. Okay, mentor guidance, right? So mentor guidance, can you just rename it TL underscore M? If you're saying self, TL underscore S. Rename yourself so that no, we'll know who is talking what. Now, Kolb's is, what is the cycle of Kolb's? Do, review, learn, apply. This is Kolb's reflective cycle.
Ma'am, do
Sarah,
we
you
have to
can
read?
rename.
Okay. Ma'am, do we have to read it out somewhere?
No, you will have to argue. Sarah, what is yours? Mentor or self?
It's mentor and the guidance.
Right. I've changed. Rohini, what is yours? Mentor, I think so, right? Megha is self.
Mentor, ma'am.
Who is then self? Rupa. Yeah, Rupa, self. Right. Anandita said mentor.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
now you can take 2 minutes, gather your ideas, and then we can have the debate. So at 10:19, 10:21, we will start. So self will start first, then we will go with mentors. Yeah, you can start.
Ma'am, can I go with the opening sentence?
Yes, you can, Soumya. Yes.
Yeah, my point would be becoming a reflective teacher is about challenging yourself every time, and reflection requires constant self evaluation to improve teaching. And
Mm.
yeah, our mentors will definitely give us challenging points like what went well, what went wrong. But if we are not in a position to challenge ourselves, according to me, we become stagnant.
Mm. Mm. Very good. Right.
And continuous improvement by self challenging leads to better student outcomes as well, not for self improvement.
Mm. Mm.
And challenging yourself is always an identity for ourselves. What worked well, what went well for ourselves, what is not working for ourselves, and why it didn't work, and why it worked if it is a positive outcome.
Very true. Very true. That's good. Right.
Ma'am, can I say challenging to her
Yes.
points
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, what I totally agree with what Samya ma'am is telling right now, but there will be a place where it's you are blocked. You cannot see what is wrong. And that
Mm.
is where
Mm.
mentor is important because you can recheck every time, you can do everything by yourself, but there will be a one black spot that you cannot understand about your own self. What other people, especially the mentor, can say that and guide us. It's not that you need mentor every time because we always do our self study and we try to improve ourselves, but in everyone's life there will be that one spot that they cannot understand why that is happening with the students, with you are changing your strategies and everything, but still you're not getting the result that you want. Is there maybe a small black spot that we are not able to understand why that is happening, and that is where the mentor guidance is very important. It's very important. It is it will identify our weaknesses that we were not able to see, whether it be, and can provide us with a proper evidence and how to target that achievement, because maybe that is a very minute thing that maybe we would be missing, and the mentor can put us in that strategic direction.
Very true. Very true. Okay. Yeah.
So, ma'am, may I?
Yes, Mega.
Yes, ma'am. So, being a reflective teacher doesn't mean that we just teach and move on. It means we analyze what went well and wrong, then we conceptualize better strategies, and then apply them in our future lessons, which makes us dynamic, self aware, as well as adaptive. And by constantly questioning ourselves, we will grow professionally also. And
Very true.
it will bring a continuous improvement within ourselves, which becomes the essence in the lifelong learning and effective teaching.
Very good. Very good.
And just
Can
Yes.
I
adding to the
go ahead?
point, it builds resilience among teachers. It helps us to be more focused on what we are doing because self challenging is the best way to overcome our fears as well.
Okay. That's a good point. Yes. Yes.
When it
Ma'am,
comes
may
to
I?
reflective,
Yes,
yeah,
Yamini.
when it comes to reflective teacher, um, when it comes to mentor, here I'm playing the role of a learner under my mentor, not like, direct, but here what I'm trying to say is self learning is an important aspect of learning, but without a proper guidance, we can go haywire. So self
Mm.
learning can be time consuming also. Yes, we can learn, reflect, rework, and everything, but it can be time consuming and it can be without direction also. So whenever a mentor is somebody who guides you in the right direction, which way to go and how we should go, what is the blocking point, and guide on how we can go ahead, the flaws, which years of experience, how they have crossed it. If we want every turn and nook to be explored and go further, it'll take all that experience. Yes, a mentor is somebody who gives us a leap on these very basic steps to go forward and achieve or be a better reflective teacher.
And I want to
So
add
I
one more
think
thing to it. That what Yamini ma'am said is all right. And then we waste a lot of time when we are self-learning it. We waste a lot of time on our hand. As a teacher, we know that we don't have that much of time to work on one particular thing. That maybe that particular thing is not that important, but while self-learning, we'll put more time and more effort. Where if the mentor is there, if we are struggling with a minor issue, instead of doing all the checks for us, this that guidance will really help,
Okay. Yeah,
and wasting our time will
definitely.
not be that much.
Mm. That's true.
Hmm. Ma'am, may I speak, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we will reflect on what we do and what we learn, and identify where we went wrong and where we feel challenging. And
Mm.
sometimes we will get lost, like we don't understand, though we are good enough.
Ah,
We will think like that, like we are good enough, but we need mentors guidance is very important, that when where we face challenges and where we face lacking. So when we are asking for their guidance, they will guide us in a proper way, what we should do by giving us the constructive feedback on our problem, what where we are facing problem in teaching, or where we are exactly feeling lost. So they may suggest us, mentor will suggest us different patterns of approach, but because already they were experienced and they already walked that path, already came through that path. So they will guide us nicely, showing us the better path. So I really feel like mentor guidance is very important, though we are self-aware. Always we are not completely knowledgeable, like we are complete always learners, constant learners. A teacher, although we are a teacher, we should always be a constant learner.
very
So
true.
then only we can grow ourselves, and we can make our students to learn in a proper way. So mentor guidance is very important for that. So I feel
Ma'am, may I?
thank you.
Yeah, just a minute. I think Rupa has to share. After Rupa sharing, I think Anandita is also there. Then you can take over, Soumya.
I have been just waiting for everyone to speak.
Yeah,
So
yes, please.
on that, okay, according to the that Cobb's experiential learning cycle, I believe that okay, challenging myself as a teacher is very much essential for my own continuous growth, right, ma'am? So in each new classroom experience gives me a chance to reflect, to analyze, and to apply better teaching and learning strategies, ma'am. So by doing that, I just not only improve my okay teaching methods, but I just also become a more reflective and more okay
Mm.
adaptable, and the more okay effective educator who just keeps okay learning, right, ma'am, alongside my own class strengths. So as ma'am, it is okay given that first it comes. I just want to add the examples. So whenever I just apply the new strategies, activities, or classroom methods, they actually create entirely new experiences, right? So ma'am, that okay challenging oneself to try the new approaches help me grow, and also help me okay adapt to the different okay learning needs. And the second thing, which is given here in the okay curve cycle, that is the okay reflective observation. Okay, that is okay uh, learning through the reflection. So okay, reflecting on what worked and what actually okay didn't work well help me understand my own strength and the areas for the growth. And this type of the reflection actually leads to the insights, and also
Mm.
the awareness. Okay, and And these two are the two basic and very key attributes of a reflective teacher. And the
Very
third
true.
comes the abstract conceptualization. Okay, that is
Hmm.
called the learning through thinking. So by just analyzing the experiences, I always form the new ideas or modify my understanding of my of the various teaching theories which I usually apply in my classroom. So ma'am, here ma'am, challenging oneself promotes the deeper theoretical understanding and the professional growth as well. And the fourth one is the active experimentation. Okay, that is learning through the application. So the teachers, right, I as a teacher, I always apply the new insights in my future lessons, and just testing the improved methods, improved classroom strategies. So each challenge becomes an opportunity for me to just refine my own practices, and making my teaching more effective and more dynamic. So I believe, ma'am, that challenging myself as a teacher is very much essential for my own continuous growth. And each new classroom uh, actually experience, it actually give me a chance to reflect, chance to analyze, and just apply the strategies. So by doing all this, I just not only improve my teaching methods, but also become a more reflective mentor.
Okay. You will become a better teacher.
Yeah,
Don't say a mentor, okay?
yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yeah.
Actually, there is a saying that I don't know how many of you have heard. Those who never learn from their own experiences are fools. Okay. Those who learn from their experiences are good. And those who learn from others' experiences are wise. You've heard of it? Okay. So I'll
Yes.
just ask Anandita. Oh, Anandita, I think she's got disconnected. Anyone else has to talk? Yes, Soumya, you can present, and then
Yes.
Anandita, she joins. I'll ask her view and we will
Yes,
continue.
ma'am. One thing which I personally feel is like, if I'm challenging myself, I will take the ownership of my development. I am
Mhm.
responsible for everything, and that gives me empowerment and self esteem. And there's
Mm.
one more thing, if I'm challenging myself, I'm just not on the deliverer's side. If I'm
Mm.
challenging myself, I'll be on the receiver's side as well. I will be in the shoes of students so that
Mm.
I can anticipate or foresee the learning objects, and I can plan better what might be the scenario if it went well and if it didn't go well. Because I'm on both the sides, because I'm challenging myself. Yes, Soumya, now you're not student. Just imagine I'm delivering this way. Yes, I'm teaching human reproductive system. Okay, I am student X. If I'm challenging myself like that, I'll have a better plan for my class. And I'm not
Very
relying
true.
on anyone. Relying on someone is not bad, but I'm not relying on anyone because I want to take the ownership.
Very true. Very true.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I
Yes,
want to say,
Anandita, yours. We're waiting for
I'm
yes.
so sorry, ma'am. I'm having a power cut in my area. Using my hotspot, but it's just the connection is fluctuating. I'm
Okay.
so
Yeah.
sorry. It's suddenly. Okay, ma'am, may I continue?
Yes, yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. My topic was that mentor guidance is more important. And following the Kohlberg process or taking reference from it, I would like to highlight a very few points. First of all, mentors help us see what we cannot see ourselves. I'll take
Mm.
examples for each and every one of them. For example, if I'm a new teacher and I think my lesson plan and everything is going very well because the students are very quiet during the class, my mentor would point out that a silent class means a class that does not understand or they are confused. It does not reflect that they are very well disciplined. If they're asking
Mm.
questions, then only it means that they are actively participating in the class.
Very true.
Like, secondly, for examples, mentor, if I'm confused about something, then my mentor might be able to give me some kind of immediate solution. For example,
Mm.
I'm struggling with a lot of noisy environment in my classroom, and instead of reflecting on what should I do differently, if for the perfect strategy during that particular time in class, my mentor could suggest to me a proven strategy. For example, in junior classes, it often works if you use a clap pattern or a silent signal word in order to get the attention of the students. Or something like another point would be reflection without guidance can often lead to self doubt or wrong conclusion. I may think I know everything, but if I do not have a mentor to guide me during that, I may come to some kind of conclusion which might be direct opposite to where I should be leading myself with. For example, I'm trying group work, I'm failing at it, and I'm assuming that, okay, group work doesn't suit children. But my mentor might explain it to me. It failed because the instructions that I gave during the group work weren't clear. Not that the methodology of using a group work was wrong. This prevents me from being discouraged in using the same tactic again. And
Okay.
mentors can also help us in many ways in turning theory into practical classroom ideas, particularly with Kohlberg's theory of reflecting and then planning and then trying again. Mentor
Yeah.
can help us to understand how to do it. For example, a teacher is improving in the questioning technique that I'm using. And my mentor might tell me, instead of just direct question from to the point textbook, use open-ended questions to encourage more discussion in the class. And mentorship also can help us to encourage, in safe risk taking and even in some professional guidance and confidence. For example, I want to try storytelling because normal grammar lessons are not working in my classroom. So if my mentor encourages me and says that, okay, I'll sit in your class and I'll support you if your students get stuck somewhere, then it would help me or provide me with that professional confidence that would help me to try something new, to encourage me to try something new. And last but not the least, 2 points. Cambridge, as we often come across, thinks that reflective teaching approaches promotes dialogue and not isolation. So if we are strengthening our topics through discussion, feedback, and collaboration, for example, teachers often share lesson reflections with our departmental HODs, and we discuss what are the things that we could improve. So these kind of reflection, instead of just simply noting down them in diaries and promoting dialogue, is something that can encourage us to do much more better. And last, mentors, they bring a lot of real life experience to the classrooms. So, ma'am, I would like to say that reflection is important, but self-reflection guiding by yourself alone, I believe it is incomplete. But if we listen to our mentor and it by taking directions from them, experience their solutions from them, it helps a lot in not repeating the same mistakes. And a reflective teacher, I believe, is not just someone who just simply thinks, but someone who learns from another person whom we can think of as our mentor, who has already walked the path that we are about to step into.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. So now, one thing that you have to understand is both are important. Now, remember, your class, you know best. So it's actually a balance that you have to maintain when you are walking through anything. See, generally, what happens as a teacher, okay, where exactly we fail is we ignore the feedback that is given by our seniors who are working in the same field. You join a new institution, you need a person to guide you through the policies and the regulations of the school. If you're not listening to it, remember they are not going to be at loss. You are going to be at loss because you are not aligning with the mission and vision of the school, as a result of which your career will be at stake. Now, when you are entering any organization, a mentor's role becomes a very key role, and you will have to listen to the mentor. And remember, all feedback is not going to be your pinpointing towards you. You will be looking at where exactly you can develop so that this particular, and it you will have to look only at professional comments that are coming from the mentor. Personal comments will not be, like, you need not accept those personal comments that are coming from the mentor. Professional comments, when you take, it actually helps you become better version of yourself. Maybe you're doing it, I'm not saying no, but remember, when it's a professional comment, that means that the mentor has felt that that is absent in your class. So you will always have to look from the other point's view, and a mentor helps you in overcoming that viewpoint that is absent in your classes. Second aspect, the self-assessment becomes very important because you know your students' background, you know when they will perform, you know when you can activate your students, when you can see that they are having maximum engagement, what activities they have learning happening. So this you are the best person to take a call on. So self assessment of your classes also must be there. So when we look at feedback or when we look at know what actually or reflection, it should be your reflection 50% and mentor's reflection 50%. That has to come hand in hand. Okay. So we'll take a break here. It's 10:42, 10:47 we will join back. Okay. 10:47 we will join back and we will continue.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I do have one doubt, ma'am,
Yes,
regarding
yes, please.
regarding the assignment, ma'am. That
Ah,
which has been shared by us, ma'am. That is the sample 5881, right, ma'am? Context and evidence of learning and reflection form, right? That being shared with us in the FIS. So here it is being given that the evidence of learning and three okay bullet points have been given. Explain your understanding of the concepts of learning, and second is okay, describe what you think are the okay characteristics of reflective okay, that is the effective teachers. And the third one is explain the concept of right assessment. So ma'am, my simply small okay doubt is that, ma'am, while just okay typing the evidence of okay learning, we should whatever being given in the syllabus guide, ma'am, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Four are the different okay questions being given. So we should just uh, okay summarize it into one, or we should write four okay different
no, you
questions.
have to write it as one. Remember, these are the three main questions. This is
Yes,
LOA. Explain your understanding concept of learning is LOA. For writing the answer of that, four key questions are given. That you will be writing it together as one paragraph. You understood? Okay.
we should write as a one answer.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. In how many words, ma'am? 300 words should be one answer.
No, total together. You see there, no, all the three questions together, it is 800 plus or minus 10 words. I mean,
Okay.
10%.
Yes. Okay. Together it's 800, but each is 300 only.
No, there
Each
is
as
no
the
each. There is no each there.
there is no
Maximum, it has to come all together, it has to come 800.
all together it has to come 800. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe to the maximum, each may come around 270, 280 words. That's it.
70 to 80 words. So in the evidence of learning, we actually don't need to okay write Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 as a
No, no,
separate.
no, don't write like that.
Okay, right, ma'am. Right, ma'am. That is only my okay doubt, because I have just okay revised okay everything when I have gone through that PDQ syllabus guide. I thought that I have done wrong, so I have just revised everything again
Okay.
Friday night. Okay.
So moving on. Now let us discuss how a reflective journal is going to help you. Okay. So the same group who took mentors will now be group 1. Group 2 will be the one who took self. Okay. Self-assessment. So there are two articles that are shared with you. Group 1 can take the article Reflective Journal Writing Effective Techniques. Group 2, reading through Educating the Reflective Practitioner. So the group 1 will write the benefits of reflective journal. Group 2 will write how you should actually write in a reflective journal.
So, ma'am, our group is group 1, which shared about the
No.
self
Mentor group is 1, self is 2. It's 10:53. So 11 o'clock, we will start the discussion. You can read through the journals or the writing material and then you can start.
I do have one doubt, ma'am. We should infer the views as a teacher or from the part of the students or as a part of the students reflective general.
No,
So
you have to reflect it based on why you need a reflective journal. First one, your group is
as a
how
why
should you write your
a teacher,
reflective journal?
as a teacher why we should write
Yeah,
the reflect.
it's your reflective journal, right?
Okay. Okay, not from the student's point of view, we should
No,
say.
it is your reflective journal.
Okay.
Ma'am, do we need to write in chat box, ma'am, or we need to talk?
Yeah, you can speak or write in chat box.
Okay.
Yes, it's good that it improves our academic development, right? Right. Only Rohini is sending us the things. Others, what happened? Okay. Rupa, your question is, how should you write your reflective journal? So you're writing that this is how you'll write your reflective journal? No. How will you write your reflective journal? That is the question. What will you write in your reflective journal?
Ma'am, may I speak?
No, I should give that how I felt
One
how.
minute, 1 minute, Rupa ma'am. Megha, yes, I think you were asking. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So the question given to us was how should we write our reflective journal?
Hmm.
So to start writing our reflective journal, we should begin with a clear description about the experience where we will describe what happened during the lesson or the activity, means what went well and what went wrong. Then we should also express our feelings after while we are writing the reflective journal, feelings like happy, frustrated, these feelings
Hmm.
we should mention. And next is we should also analyze the situation and think deeply about why those things happened and
Hmm.
why did they happen the way they did. And next is we need to plan for the improvement, which we should mention in the reflective journal, the plan for improvement, where we should mention what we will definitely do in the next time. And
Very
since
nice.
it is our personal journal, so we should be honest, and we should also avoid any kind of say vague comments like the class went well, the class was fun, and all those. Instead, we should mention that why it went well or why it did not went well.
Did not go well.
Yeah, did not
Yeah.
go well. So we should be clear with our feelings and the expressions while writing the reflective journal.
Yeah.
May
See
I?
here, reflective, yeah.
Ma'am, please. It's okay, ma'am. I'll tell later.
The reflective journal is a professional diary. Okay. So you would have learnt about, I think it's quite there in your syllabus also, Annie Frank's diary. That's a personal diary. Okay. Yes, Soumya, continue.
Yes, ma'am. Reflective general is like a reflection of our class, and we have to be true to ourselves. We cannot be biased over anything.
Mm.
So we have to
Mm.
start with the description of the class, duration of the class, what is the topic, and then real-time discussions that we have made in the class. Why did we choose that approach? Did that
Mm.
work well with, I mean, with one group if it worked well, why it didn't work with others? How can I improvise that method? And then we can, if there are any evidences for support, if I'm conducting some writing task, I can make a note of it, evidences to support, and how would I
Mm.
do it differently the next time. And
Very
then
true.
it can come for personal meaning also, like, okay, I can understand for myself my own beliefs, and then exploring my thinking and how it influenced the class, and what was I thinking throughout, all through, and why it didn't work, and
Mm.
what assumptions did I bring, and what are the challenges I believed were not really a challenge. And
Very
then I
true.
can focus on real experiences like, lesson details, student responses, my further action plans.
Mm.
uh, and even I can include my missed opportunities, what I could give in the class and what I could make it better in the class, and how would I do it the next time, and strategies that I have chosen. And if
Yes.
it really worked well, then I have to see, like, I'm teaching for grade 9, that is working well. If I teach the same topic for grade 10 in the same way, will it work? Because there is
Right.
a rise in the concept, so it might not work. So all these things, if I put in mind, it's like, description, reflection in time, matlab during the classes, and then after the class, and then my action plan for all the things that didn't actually work in my 40 minutes of my class.
Very true. Very true. See, remember, it is not only your reflection that you're going to note down in the journal. Your discussions with your mentor also must be noted down in your journal. Okay. What actually your mentor said? Why did she say so? Where did the mentor feel that this has happened? All that must be noted down in your journal. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Anything would you like to say?
Yes, ma'am, I want to say.
Yes.
Reflective journal, it makes it's basically, as you say, a professional diary where it connects us with the world around us. So
Hmm.
whatever is happening in our world, we are writing it down so that anything good or bad happening with us, we are then sitting with it and getting aware what is wrong, what is right, what is right. We are how well we can improve. We are working on that, and what bad is happening with us, we are going to work on that. It's the awareness part. And then the next and it even promotes a critical thinking when person believes to any critical analysis. Anything that is happening, we can think it and we can analyze it more critically in a more safer environment, and then we can evaluate ourselves and monitor our own our theories with our progress. It is
Very,
reflective journal.
very true. See, when you write it down, also, what Sarah said, when we write it down and we read it twice or thrice, okay, we form different connections. It's not the same connections that we form, and that will be beneficial for our classes also. Yeah, Yamini, you're unmuted. You would like to say something?
Everybody covered everything, but I'll say one word which caught my attention in the whole research paper was learning is extremely reflective learning is extremely personal way. So reflective journal is professional, which is extremely personal to your
Yes,
progress of work. So this is the one statement that I want to make, which culminates everything. It's professional
very
but
true.
extremely personal, gathering everything, positive, negative reflections from mentors, and your journey to break your and remold yourself and make into a better
Career.
teacher, or yeah, better
Yes,
career. That's it.
that's wonderful. Now, when you're reflecting, remember these words, okay? Your reflection must be deliberate. That is, you are pinpointing your own pitfalls wantedly so that you can change yourself. Purposeful. There needs to be a purpose for which you are reflecting. It should be structured. Okay, then it has to link theory to practice. Now we said Sean's reflection, we have done Gibbs, okay, we have done Kolb's also to do with learning. So what is the next stage that you're talking about? That also must be written, and how exactly your finding has converted to change, that also must be documented. Now, if you are in the practice of doing this, remember your reflective journal will be the complete guide to you becoming a better teacher and having a better professional life. Now, let us look at this. Now, I'll give you the
Ma'am,
question. Yeah.
sorry to disturb you. I have a doubt, ma'am. There was when I was writing, I have seen this that I have written a statement. Uh, when I was reading an article, the statement when I read it, it looked like that was a research paper. It looked like I paraphrased his line, but I didn't even read that before, and I have already written here. And then after reading, when I was just going through the pages, I have seen exactly that what I mean in a more structured way. You can say it was there, but I didn't paraphrase it. So now when I read it, I got to know that there is this opinion also that is already there. So can it be like we cannot go through all those people who have said something good, right? Like one time I came
Need
across
not
that.
be.
So it will be a problem if we do it. So if something is like that
Not
happen
like
during
that.
the
You have
film.
come across, but remember your idea, you put it. Now you have read it, and you can add as I read in. Also, you can add.
Okay.
You got it. So
Yeah.
you put your experiences, and the same I have also found in theory, you're going to put it.
Okay.
That you can do. Okay. Now
Thank you, ma'am.
this you will be writing now in a Word document. I'll give you sharing access. Now it's 11:13. 11:23, you will have to share your document. Now remember, what you will be writing is name of the topic, the class that you have observed, what were the key features that you think enabled you, or you in the sense the senior teacher whom you observed, reach the outcome. First, why do you consider them as key features? What theory you can link with these key features, and how do you think this observed class is going to help you in your future classes? You got it? The 4 questions. So you will be writing based on your observed class these 4 questions as a short paragraph and sharing it for others to read. Now remember that paragraph should have answers for all this. You can take one particular incident of your peer observed class and write. Write it in a Word document and share it.
Shall I share my document? I have made the document, ma'am.
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have done, Rupa, can you share?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Go up. Mhm. 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 Okay. Can you just make it as a paragraph?
Yes, ma'am. I have just done it at the end. Why why do you think this help you in your future classes? The question which you have given at the last.
See, all this should come as a very small paragraph. You have to list down
Okay.
actually.
Okay. Okay.
Give it
Actually,
as a
where
paragraph. Yeah.
the same day only I have made that document. The day I have observed her class, that day only I made this document. Okay, that's why the document is in detail.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, right. I'll just make it in one para. Okay.
Mm. Others, anyone has completed? Okay.
Ma'am, I just started sharing. Is it visible? Because I'm not able to see.
Yeah, now we are able to see.
Okay, ma'am.
Now you have written the key features, but okay, why do you consider, right? Very good. Okay. Now, this 4 questions you have written as individual points, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Collaborate it and make it as a paragraph.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
You have written what has happened, everything very nicely you have written, but I just want you to make it as a paragraph and use these questions when you are observing with your mentor.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
Excuse me, ma'am, may I share my screen?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Okay, teacher, you can. Okay.
Ma'am, I've written the points. I have written it point wise previously, but
Now
since you
let me
told,
just go through it, then you can. Let me just
okay,
go through the points first and then.
okay, sure.
Okay. Okay, go down.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. Okay, now show me the paragraph.
Yes, ma'am.
Now your theory is there, isn't it? You have
Yes, ma'am.
that theory should come with your examples, the strategies that you're
Okay,
using. It should not be
okay.
standalone.
Ma'am,
You
then I'll
understood?
add those also in the paragraph.
How you have to write is these strategies were effective because they gave students clear example to
To
follow,
follow.
help them organize the thoughts. It as per what theory?
Okay, ma'am. Then I'll link it with that.
So like that, if you connect, it will come out, right?
Okay.
You have written it, but no standalone. It has to come as a mix of everything.
Connection with the theory.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, I'm reading it. Right. For you also. You understood what I told now, Anandita?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
It is coming separately. You can embed it where when you're writing your strategies itself.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, now when you do that, your number of words will reduce so you can add further. And
Okay.
another thing is, whoever is reviewing it will have an idea that yes, you know the theory and you're connecting it with practice.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
Ma'am, may I share?
Yes, Megha.
Yes. Ma'am, is it visible?
No, it's just, it's come. Yeah. Now, here I just wanted for this is for all. She has connected it with theory, but no for everyone. Now, how to incorporate your in-text reference. Now, the class is reflected on Kolb's experiential learning cycle. From where exactly you have taken, put the reference in bracket. The name of the author, here. It also aligns with Piaget's constructivist theory. That's there also. Where you have taken it from, put it in brackets. So your in-text referencing is done. But remember, these references must be quoted in the references also. Okay? Yeah. Right. You can even ask a short quiz. Why is it essential? Like finally, a short quiz at the end helped us understanding why it is essential. Where have you studied about it? That also you can put it.
Okay.
You understood that? That also in under assessments we have, right? That you can put it. Right. So I'll do one thing. Now it's 11:34. 5 minutes break I'll give you, but others will have to show, okay? Will have to show because this is how your writing will continue in your assignments. Yes? Yeah. Take a 5 minutes break and come. Yeah. Others can start sharing.
Shall I share, ma'am, my brief document?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Rupa. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Is it appropriate, ma'am?
I'll talk to you after the class. Okay.
Yeah.
Others? Others, Sarah, Rohini, you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
not.
Can I?
Yes, please share.
My videos also. From that time I'm talking and I was thinking why you're not replying. Okay, I'm sharing. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Um, okay, let me just read, then I'll come back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Right. Sarah, here I just wanted, just go a little bit up, na?
Yes, ma'am.
A little bit up in the activities part of it. Now she made pairs and the entire class did the repetition of the same dialogue. But it's a role play, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. So everyone have a dialogue. So it was repetition of the same thing over and over again. Like
Okay.
do
For it's a language class
yes.
for improving of the French pronunciation, or was it on developing the like the dialogues, ordering food at restaurant? But what was the objective of the lesson?
uh they were like she chose two students, the role, it was a role play, only a dialogue, where
Oh,
one person, there was two people, so one is the customer and the other is the waiter who is taking the order. So there
hmm.
were both the things were happening. They were learning how to order the food in a restaurant in a French language, and that improved their pronunciation and their fluency.
Well, okay, then fine, repetition fine, because it's not, then you'll have to add this point, okay, because the students are not native speakers, the teacher emphasized. You understood, because see, like how I got the doubt, the examiner should not be getting that doubt. Since the
Yeah,
students
ma'am.
are not native speakers, the teacher emphasized on the dialogue for improvement on the pronunciation. So as a result of which, what has happened? Now, how are you connecting this with theory? Can you write it in a paragraph? The activities are fine. Write it in one paragraph. One small paragraph is enough.
Okay, ma'am, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Mrinalini?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah, you can just share. You need not talk. You
Madam,
just share.
this is can I share?
Rohini.
Ma'am?
Okay, Rohini. Okay, Mrinalini,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
keep it ready.
Yeah,
Once Rohini does, you share.
ma'am, can I share, ma'am?
Yes, Rohini, I'm asking you to share. Don't mute yourself. Then you speak, I won't be able to hear. Rohini, I'm not able to see the document. You're sharing your empty file. Rohini, are you able to hear me? Rohini, you're on mute. Please unmute. Rohini, your document is not visible.
Ma'am, here net issue is okay, ma'am.
You open the
Actually, here
document
net
and show
issue
us the document.
is there, ma'am, today. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Rohini, you can share the document in the chat box. I will share it for you. You can go ahead. We can do it that way if it's not possible.
See, the reason why I'm asking is because now I have seen that
Okay,
the
ma'am.
way you write actually changes in unit 2, unit 3. But unit 1, you take a lot of time to write your assignment because you will not be able to present it in a proper way. So now I'm giving you that chance so that you can show me, and then no, that way of writing you can continue in your assignment.
Yeah, ma'am. Seriously, it takes lot and lot of time, ma'am, to write, rewrite, again, rephrase, again, paraphrase. It's a lot of time in the first unit.
You're able to? Or Mrinalini, can you share?
I have texted.
Ma'am, now is it visible, ma'am?
Just a minute, just a minute. Ah, yes, now it is visible. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Now you have written it. Okay, you have written what are the features you found it effective. Now write it as a paragraph. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Write it as a paragraph.
We should mention the name of the author also, no, ma'am, in our writing, name of the author and the
Yes,
year.
you
Will,
have. Yeah. Okay, so Mrinalini, I'm reading through it, but no, this class, you cannot take it for Cambridge because you yourself were writing the lesson did not go well. So no, you will have to go to a teacher who is having a good feedback from students and observe that along with your mentor. Okay, right. Right. Now, the actual part, that is when you're going into the class, so what are the aspects that you have to observe? Remember, class, topic, age level of the learners are very important. That is why class comes into picture. Third one is, what was the lesson's objective? What was the lesson's objective? What prior knowledge the students had, or how did the teacher start with the prior knowledge? Why do you think prior knowledge is important when you're observing? We'll have the in-depth discussion on this when we are doing a unit 2, but for your observation, you need to know what is prior knowledge. So tell me, why do you think prior knowledge is important?
Yeah, ma'am. The prior knowledge is important so that the students can actually connect whatever being taught in the class earlier new to the new learning objectives. For
Very
that
good.
purpose, it is
Very good. Right. Others, why do you think prior knowledge is important?
Ma'am, we cannot just teach something without introducing it to them. So, have to introduce it, we need to check their prior knowledge on that particular topic,
Right.
without
Now,
which
for
they will not
example,
have any connection.
Rohini went to a pre-primary class.
Yes, ma'am.
So this I've heard from teachers, ma'am, they don't have prior knowledge in pre-primary, no. How to analyze the prior knowledge there? What will you be observing? Because this I've heard from my past batches. So what will you
Yes,
be doing in that
yes,
case?
ma'am. Actually, pre-primary students will be like blank papers. So
Are
we
you sure they're blank?
means not not sure.
Sure they're blank.
Nowadays they are aware of many things, but coming to academics, we teachers will think that it is wrong that they don't know anything. They knew many things, but
Okay.
as a teacher, though it is a pre-primary, I observed that they are coming with the TLM and with all attractive
Yeah, but
working
what is
models
the prior
to teach.
knowledge? Rohini, what was the topic that you went for observation? What was the topic?
I went for actually they
Right.
celebrate
Fruits and let
family.
us say vegetables, vegetable life.
Vegetables.
Okay. Now,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
I am starting that topic, what do you think the teacher will be using as a prior knowledge for a
So
pre-primary class?
teacher will be going through what are the vegetables importance and what vitamins or minerals that particular vegetable.
Rohini, first day, first period, let us say you're introducing this. What is meant by prior knowledge? What they already know, isn't
What?
it?
Yes. Yes,
So
ma'am.
what is that they already know about vegetables? Yes, Mrinalini?
The color
Ma'am,
of
maybe the
vegetable, the
Wait,
name
wait,
of
important
wait.
vegetable they know.
1 minute, 1 minute. Yes, Mrinalini?
Uh, what are the names of the vegetable which generally children are having in their food? Then what are their favorite vegetables? So that
So
they
the teacher starts from that, isn't it? That is the prior knowledge we are talking about. Similarly, I can give you another example where teachers say, for example, Sarah's case, talking of constitution. Okay. They'll say that, ma'am, what they don't know about constitution, they have no prior knowledge. Is it true? What is the prior knowledge that can be activated in that case?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes,
They
Soumya?
can correlate with the levels of organization in the school itself. Principal is the head, then comes if there is a vice principal or academic head, coordinators, teachers, and then comes the people like students.
Just a minute, Anas.
Ma'am, for constitution, we can say about
Just a minute, Sarah. One. So, yes, Sarah. Yes, Sarah.
constitution is a written draft. So how
That
I
is not the prior knowledge,
no
Sarah, Sarah,
no
Sarah.
no like
Prior
I'm just
knowledge.
telling what is constitution. So how I did with the prior knowledge was like I asked them when we are making a sports day or an annual day, how do you draft it? I start from there. Like
Hmm.
you are like a secretary now, cultural secretary. You have to plan the event. How will you plan the event? So I never directly jump into the topic when the constitution was there. So they only chose five important members, and then that member is dealing with relay race, this and that. So then I told, yeah. So that way, Dr. Ambedkar was this, Sarojini Naidu did this, all the names, and then everybody
Very true.
came together and wrote the constitution. So I
Very
went
true.
from sports day to the constitution.
So I think now we have got, so when you're observing the class also, see that this prior knowledge is there because your lesson objective, prior knowledge. See, if it is the second period also, the teacher must recap or no have a question which connects the first period to the second period. Okay, that should be there. Then how the teacher introduces the lesson. These are areas that you have to observe the main content of that particular lesson, the conclusion of the lesson, how she takes it. Now, these three areas must be linked with the theories that you have come across now. The introduction, The prior knowledge you need not, but you can just mention the teacher asked this and started, that you can. Then the middle part and the ending, conclusion. Now, during this process, during the introduction to the conclusion or the prior knowledge to the conclusion, how did the teacher formatively assess the students for their learning? Remember, formative assessment doesn't mean practical assessment that is happening. How is she checking for understanding or learning? This also must be noted in every stage. Okay. What you have to observe, I'm telling you. So class, topic, lesson objective, prior knowledge, lesson introduction, concept clarity, conclusion. Note all the activities done for learning. Then the formative assessments conducted throughout the class. Now remember, students asking questions regarding, if many students are asking, how did the teacher manage the class? How were the students' behavior? How did they engage? Were they motivated? Why they were motivated? Why, if they were excited, why they were excited? All this must come in your key features of the lesson. Clear? That you are observing. This is what you will be writing in your observation form. Okay. In that, the second part will be about what is your mentor's contribution also. Don't write totally about your mentor's contribution. Some will be what you observed and what according to your mentor was also a key feature. Why did your mentor tell that this was a key feature must also be added in your observation form. Clear all of you? Yes? Understood?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So
Yes,
this
ma'am.
part,
I never understood, ma'am. Why? Because when I went there, teachers are holding that particular vegetable and they are asking students, "What is this? What is the color of that? And how many of you like this?" They are asking such kind of questions for to children. They are saying the color of
so
vegetable.
that
They are
is the
saying
prior
vegetable
knowledge.
name. Yes, ma'am.
That is the prior knowledge. Okay, right.
Yes.
So all this has to be considered in the class. If there is group work, why do you think the teacher enabled group work? Not according to the teacher. Remember, teacher will have her perception. But your reflection on the group work, how did it go? Why you think that is a key feature? All this stepwise has to be noted, written in a paragraph. Okay. So these are the aspects that you will be filling in your template. I'll just open the template.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking a lot. I couldn't hear anything.
Is it breaking?
No, it's clear. Ma'am just mentioned she's
Yeah, ma'am,
sharing
for
the
me too. I'm
template.
just okay noting down what you said, but in the middle, I just lost what you said.
Okay.
Rupa, ma'am just said that she's sharing the template.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you see this, the label itself is module 1, unit 1. Please see that you're using the right template. Okay. So here, unit 1 observation visit, candidate name, date of observation, your mentor's name, experienced teacher's name, of whom you have mentored. Now here it should be the highlights of what you observed in the lesson. Okay. You need not connect it with theory here. Okay. So this can be to the maximum of 400 to 450 words. Next, why? Now here it is, the key features identified, what was observed in the experienced teacher's lesson, candidates and mentors' existing knowledge. Now you have written, isn't it? Okay, this I felt as a, these are the key features you have written. Now you write, why do you feel that is a key feature? You got it? Here you will be listing down all the key features that you saw in the lesson. So I've already mentioned what are the key features that you have to look for. Prior knowledge. From prior knowledge onwards, class, grade must be given. Then what is the outcome? What was the key features you will mention? List it down. Here you have to write why do you consider that as a key feature, linking to whatever theory you have studied till now. Okay. Even prior knowledge, you need not link it with theory, but say why it is a key feature, because based on your understanding, the student will not be able to move from or totally start from something abstract. It has to be connected with already existing knowledge for him to build a connection. So it is actually connectivism, constructivism that we are talking about. So you can build it in that way. Clear? You will have to write this. But in the second verse, don't write my mentor told, my mentor told, my mentor told. What is the points that your mentor told? Why did your mentor guide you that this was key points? You will have to write. Now remember, yours also should be there. Mentor's contribution also must be mentioned. Yes. So you will have to observe the experienced teacher and fill these two. Don't worry, as you fill, the table will elongate, the box will elongate, and you can write it. Okay.
So while doing the observation, ma'am, we should take our mentor along with us
Yes, definitely.
to.
You have to take your mentor. That is
Yeah.
why I said
Ma'am.
this week that you're going to do, your mentor should be with you. So first, complete your EOL. After that, go for an observation visit with your mentor. After these two, only sit with evidence of reflection. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Rohini.
Ma'am, we
Ma'am,
should
what we
write
should
down in
complete first? Will you
template,
please
right?
repeat? I couldn't
But we should.
listen.
1 minute, Rupa, 1 minute. Yes, Rohini.
We should just now you shown one template, right, ma'am? Camplete template. We should write down now only, ma'am. You said later you can write, right, ma'am?
What did I say? First evidence of learning, complete. This week, take your mentor, plan one experienced teacher's class, get the lesson plan. Remember, you have to submit the lesson plan to Cambridge. So get the lesson plan from the expert. Tell her that you're visiting her class tomorrow. Get the lesson plan and take your mentor. Sit with your mentor in that class. Observe the class and then write whatever I told you today. Okay, note down everything about the class. Then have a discussion with your mentor. Write the key features. Fill up the observation form. And all your documents must be first verified by the mentor and then only posted to me. Okay.
Okay,
All
ma'am.
your documents must go through your mentor and then come to me.
So now we should write in the template only, ma'am.
Yes.
That
Yes.
okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am Sudha ma'am, just adding on to it, I have shared all the templates in the FIS, ma'am. They can go ahead and download it.
So keep a copy with you and make a copy and then do it. Do not change anything from the template. Okay, don't change the question, don't change, delete anything, don't modify the template, just type it out in the box. That's it. Okay, and have a good tool for grammar check. Check your grammar when you are writing in the templates. Okay, yeah. Clear? Any questions till now? Any questions till now? No? Right.
Excuse me, ma'am. Just now Shilpa ma'am said, ma'am shared Those templates where ma'am shared, ma'am.
FIS, it is in your portal. You check it, not
Okay.
in the login that I gave, FIS portal.
FIS portal.
Yeah, where you get
Okay.
your resources every week, right? In that you will be
Yes,
getting.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have understood. Please make a note of the features that you have to observe. Okay. What are the things that you have to observe and note down? So next, mentoring and the need for mentor. This is just a recall from what you have done in the during our previous classes, during the introductory classes. Mentor must be supportive, empathetic, encouraging, approachable at all times, act as a sounding board rather than a judge. Encourage the mentee to talk through problems rather than trying to solve them. For her, him, offer positive feedback on what the mentee is doing well. Provide supportive feedback that helps the mentee to identify the next steps. Help the mentee to set realistic targets for professional and personal development. Review with the mentee the progress they have made in meeting to agreed targets. Share some of the challenges they have faced and their own experiences when they are relevant. So these are the aspects that a mentor is looking. Now I would like to tell you something. Now the mentor may say, change this, this is not acceptable. Okay. So do not bypass the mentor and send it to me, because now I may also give the same review. Yes. So please listen to your mentor when the mentor is saying this is not sounding correct. And the observed class, please avoid commenting directly or indirectly on the experienced teacher. Remember, that also can result in a fail of your entire course. You understood what I'm saying?
Will you please repeat? I have just disconnected, ma'am. I just couldn't hear. I completely
See,
disconnected.
never comment directly or indirectly, okay, about your experienced teacher or her teaching in your assignment. You have to be very professional in your writing. Okay, write only about the class. What were the features you have observed? What is the connection that you're making? Never comment about the teacher's actions, that this was not a successful class. First thing Cambridge is going to ask you is, then why did you go and observe? Yes. So avoid doing that. Yes. Look for a person who can actually give you very good points in case of teaching and learning. Take their class, go and sit and observe. If they are not aware, if they have not done the Cambridge course, tell them what is expected out of it so that they will be prepared in the lesson plan and they can go and present. Okay. Now, the lesson plan can be of any format. Don't bother that it has to be Cambridge format. It can be of any format. Cambridge has clearly told that a lesson plan must be submitted. They are not going to take it for your marking because it's an experienced teachers. It's just a document that has to be submitted. Clear? Lesson plan, please take the lesson plan and you will have to submit it with your assignment. But you will have to follow all these areas. I'm again repeating, all these areas you have to follow and write why they are the key feature and why, as per whatever theories we have dealt now, you will have to relate that and you will have to write why you consider them as key feature. Clear till here? Anyone has questions? You can download the templates, go through the unit 1 templates also, because I'm just going to show you only the week 1's assignment, the unit 1 assignments now. What you're supposed to do. Sorry, this is not there. This is your target. Remember, observing will be with your mentor. You should observe your classes with your mentor. Please submit in a Word document EOL and EOR. EOR, you need not put it in the template now. You can submit it as a Word document now. Later on, we can add this once all the 3 units are done also. Okay. Because now I'll be commenting and in the template, it may not be viable for us. So let us go with a Word document. Later on, I'll tell you how to cut and paste in the template. Remember, you write it separately and then give your references down. Okay. Any questions you have here? Remember, we will give you 1 week time to complete your unit 1. You will have to complete your unit 1. Okay, keep it ready. Then only remember you can be on par with everything. Otherwise, you will keep, now you start lagging, it will be continuing throughout the course.
So while submitting the that
Madam,
observation form, we should attach that okay, lesson plan also of that teacher
Yes, you have
along
to
with.
give the lesson plan of the experienced mentor. And please see that it's a little bit elaborate lesson plan. Okay, because no one sentence lesson plans like no, the concept of this is explained, that will not work out. Because remember, it is going to be your
Okay.
institution's name also attached to the lesson plan. So see that there is a bit of
Yes.
an elaboration of what exactly, what are the activities done. Okay, what the student will be doing, what the teacher will be doing for introduction, for the concept imbibing and the conclusion. Okay, that has to be written. Formative assessments need not be. Activities itself can be considered as formative assessments. Okay, yeah.
and ma'am, lesson plan must be uploaded in a form of a document, ma'am.
Yes, it has to be uploaded. If it's a Word
And
document, submit to me as Word document because I can comment. But when you are uploading, we will put it as a PDF.
along with the school name that should be
That is
there,
your
right,
format.
ma'am?
Whatever your school is following, you can. Only one period is needed. The entire topic, don't send.
Okay, ma'am.
Only one period, 40 minutes plan is required.
And one more thing, ma'am, in template when we are writing, is there any word limit like uh, these many words is mandatory
That's what I
in
told
a
you. You observe first one, there is no word limit, but limit it maximum to 450 to 500. That's it. Don't go beyond it.
okay. Okay.
That is between
Thank you, ma'am.
400 to 500. Try to limit it. Don't write too many things because they'll think that you've built up. It's unit 1,
Okay, ma'am.
isn't it? It's only that you are recognizing. So it should not be too much. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
So,
you, ma'am.
ma'am, we have to connect them with the theories also that we are learning.
When you're writing why, that is a key feature you have to connect with theories. Any other question? Because this one is complete. So unit 1 is done. So any questions you have, let me know. You can start writing your reflective journal for but all these 4 questions must be answered for your evidence of reflection. Today's key questions. This must be written for your evidence of reflection. Okay? Yeah. Any questions, queries?
Be posting the feedback form also. They can just complete
Yeah,
it
yeah.
once the class is done.
Ma'am, did you check what I've posted? Was that correct?
Yes, Yamini. I checked. I checked. I think I've also marked. Yeah. I've given the response also.
No, I was actually waiting for your feedback on like the areas that I have to work on. So I was waiting for that.
No, I read it and I gave a thumbs up and I was talking. That's it. I read it. Now, when you're writing cognitive to metacognitive, you will have to tell her how exactly that happened in the class.
Okay.
I've written here because I am not able to share it with others. But when you're writing such statements, remember substantiate with what has happened in the class.
Okay.
Okay.
The exact moment where it had turned into.
You felt that it turned to cognitive to metacognitive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we also
Any other?
can we also share our prepared documents for your feedback? That how
No,
we have
once you
written.
send your unit 1, your mentor corrects it, you can send. You will have to send it to me because once now you can unit 1
Yamini
you
ma'am.
can complete and fold. No, Yamini did what you did in the Word document. She shared in the chat box. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I am getting a lot of confusion in writing, ma'am. So first I have written 4 questions separate. Then again,
See, it
so many
starts
times I
like
have
that.
just
Over a
erased and then
period
again
only
erased, then
it will
again.
come. Over
So
a
many
period it
things
will
that
come.
because of that, I just wanted to show you. Okay, I'll show you later on. Okay.
You can send me the once you correct it with your mentor. Who is your mentor, Rupa? Rupa is having okay.
Bhumika ma'am.
Bhumika, okay.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can talk with Bhumika. She will be able to help you out.
Yes. Actually, I'm only confused that how to write in the question form or we should club the
No,
question.
she will help
That's
you because she has worked on all this. So you can
That's
talk with
right.
her.
And I wasted so much of time, ma'am. I wasted so much of time in
You
that.
could have asked her, isn't it? That is the reason we have given you mentors, isn't it? You could have asked her. She has already done this course and she knows actually it will not be in the question answer format. It will be in the paragraph format. You can talk to your mentor about it because she has done it. She is aware of it. Okay. Yeah. If no other questions, then you can share, do your feedback, complete your feedback and call it a day. Okay. Rupa, please stay back. Others can leave if you've completed. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Have a
ma'am.
nice weekend.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.